he normally garners attention for his online posts, but now the social media influencer and motivational speaker is making headlines for the wrong reason. NBC6 reporter Kim Nguyen is live in Miami Beach tonight with more on the arrest of the man known as Brother Polight. Kim.
Yeah, well, Jawan, the suspect surrendered here at the Miami Beach Police Department earlier this week. Police charged him with sexual battery of a 14-year-old girl. We did speak with his lawyer earlier tonight, who says that these charges are false. This is the mugshot of 37-year-old Michael Nowak Jr., also known as Brother Polight, to his more than 300,000 Instagram followers. Miami Beach police arrested Nowak this week for alleged sexual battery of a 14-year-old girl in a hotel room in February. Police say the alleged victim was the daughter of a woman he was romantically linked to. Defense attorney David Terrace says his client is innocent.
Once the evidence is produced, that he is going to be exonerated. So, yeah, not guilty, nothing else.
According to the police report, Nowak, a motivational speaker and author who lives in L.A., asked the woman if he could take her daughter to an after party at a club in Miami. The report states Nowak took the teen to his hotel after seeing that the club was closed. Police say the suspect gave the teen alcohol and started dancing and touching the teen inappropriately, groping her breast, inner thighs, and buttocks. It goes on to say Nowak tried to force the teen to perform oral sex on him. The teen allegedly passed out and woke up to Nowak trying to make her throw up.
These are serious allegations, but in any situation, there is always motive. There is always a lot behind the scenes that the public is not going to be able to see.
The report states that the girl's mother found her intoxicated and possibly on drugs, with severe swelling on her mouth and lips. It later states Nowak told the mother not to call police because it would ruin his career. Nowak was served with a DNA warrant in June and surrendered to police on Monday. Terrace says the police report is only an allegation. And Nowak claims to have written more than 90 books. In an interview, he also claims to have several wives. For now, we are reporting live in Miami Beach. Kim Nguyen, NBC6 News.
There you go. A leader in the woke, conscious community, Brother Polight. First, I want to say they say he was 37. I looked him up. He might be 38. Either way, black cracked in this situation. He looks like the poster boy for Hard Knocks Life. Nigga, you had it rough. But not to the serious stuff. He was accused of sexual battery of a 14-year-old girl who was a daughter of a woman he's intimate with or whatever, his companion. First, I want to say, if he did it, there's no discussion. He deserves to be under the jail with his booty hole blowed open, right? I have no respect for pedophiles, rapists, those types of people. That's the worst scum on the earth to me. So if he did it, he deserved what he gets. But we're not going to accuse him or just say he did it yet, because we don't know. So first off, he took the daughter to an after party. This girl is 14 years old, and he took her to an after party, which I'm assuming would have been at night because it's an after party. He didn't take the mom to the after party. He took her daughter, which is not his biological daughter. And I don't know how long he's been around, but still, that's just weird. You got to have boundaries with kids, especially kids that are not biologically your kids. You know, that's things you got to take into consideration when you're going in as a step parent or a caretaker or something. You got to have boundaries. I have boundaries for my girls when they were 1 and 2 years old. Don't sit in guys' laps. Don't go in a room and close the door with people, you know. So I just don't get this. So he kind of opened himself up to this situation because he didn't make smart decisions. I recently started hearing this guy too. It was crazy because I heard a guy on Sunday named Rashad Jamal, I think it was. Then it led me to Young Pharaoh and Brother Polight and eventually Nature Boy. So I was taking in some of their content and then boom, this happens. So that was just crazy. But next, the club closed and you took her to your hotel. And I guess y'all was alone. Like, bro, I don't know if you had the shit or what the fuck was going on, but I would have took her right back to her mama. I would have never even been in this situation. But let's just say I had to pick her up or something. I would have just took her straight back to her mom. You don't want to leave room for error. You know, look, if if I don't have unprotected sex with anybody, unless it's somebody who I just got checked or something, and I don't use intravenous drugs, then the chances of me getting HIV/AIDS is pretty much none. But when you're making these dumb decisions, it's like you open yourself up, you know. So you took her to an after party and you took her to a hotel. At this point, even if you didn't do anything sexual, that's just kind of weird. You know, that's some weird actions. I gotta be honest. I don't know this brother. I just started watching him a little bit, and that's just weird activity. I just don't get it from someone who's that smart. It sounds fishy unless the whole thing is made up. Now with the allegations, you gave her alcohol, you was dancing, I guess, probably up on her, touching, groping, private parts, all type of stuff, including that ass. You know, it say you touched that ass. And she might have even been drunk and on drugs. And then when she woke up, her lips were swollen. I pray to God that this was an allergic reaction. And I'm dead ass serious. This poor little girl, I pray to God that her lips were swollen due to an allergic reaction. Because if her lips were swollen from what they could have been swollen from, hey, like I said before, man, let the gang members, let the goddamn whoever in jail, like, let them have their turns with you, because that's just sick. You know, that's an innocent little girl, and you took full advantage if that happened. Now, women, you gotta be careful of who you let around your kids. Like, seriously, I know somebody might be piping you down, or they saying the right stuff and they seem cool. Just don't assume that somebody has your kids' best interest in mind. You know, there are plenty of wolves in sheep's clothing. That's how they get to you. That's how they get access. You think they're friends, you think they're cool family, you know, but really they have ulterior motives. So you got to use discretion when dealing with people, and just don't leave your kids around everybody and just train them. Keep these doors open. Be careful with your cousins. Have those tough conversations that might even be a little awkward, but trust me, in the long run, it'll prove worthy. You know, fellas, when you get into the step-parent role, have boundaries. Have boundaries. Walk around with your clothes on. All your clothes, you know, it's just a sacrifice you got to make because you decided to deal with a step-parent, be a step-parent. When you do stupid stuff, you make yourself susceptible to allegations. And yeah, there are some evil, wicked women who might lie when they get mad or they're scorned. They might lie on you, you know, and that's a risk you take. But if you take your precautions, then in the end, you will have nothing to worry about. So yeah, just be careful. I can't tell a person don't be a step parent, because I thank God for my stepdad. I thank God he showed me an example of hard work. He never abused me, and he treated my mom right. So my dad wasn't shit. If it was up to my dad, I would have been fucked up. He didn't give a fuck, but I had a stepdad there, so it does mean something. And if Brother Polight did this, man, you look like a shit stain with eyeballs. But if you didn't do it, then you don't.